Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show that tells you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Mellon, joined, as always, by Josh Burns and Brian Thornton.
What up?
Hello.
So somber.
Your mission, if you choose to accept it,
Oh,
So
God.
somber.
to listen to That Kind of Nerd.
Wait, does that mean that, like, your iPhone, Android device, or laptop computer will self-destruct after you listen to this podcast?
Probably not. Well, unless it's a note. And then in that case,
If it's a Note 7, probably will. Probably will.
I had to throw that in there because Samsung's been phoning in so much shit lately.
Yes, they have.
It's
yes,
just,
they have.
They're not even trying. It's just
No.
awful.
No,
Oh, you need a dongle. Who cares?
Nobody cares, Turk.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
I have a
cares,
dongle.
Turk.
You know what people do care about, though? They care about how every month Brian Thornton locks himself away in a room, types just until smoke is rising from the keyboard to give us the monthly breakdown of the movies coming to the theaters in the segment that we call the BlockBuster.
Okay, August is a very light month, so not a ton to talk about. August 3rd, we got 3 movies coming out, one of which will be good. First we have The Darkest Minds, which is some young adult Hunger Games meets X-Men movie. I don't know.
Only redeeming quality is Bradley Whitford.
Yeah, but it looks like they're just like, you know what we wish we had the rights to? Yeah, what do you wish you had the rights to? I wish we had the rights to the Phoenix saga. Yeah, me too. Let's rip off that story and then butcher it.
No, I don't think that's the story at all. I think you got the wrong thing from the trailer.
So,
Anywho,
is nobody
moving
interested
on.
in Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon at all?
You're already on The Spy Who Dumped Me?
I want to talk about that before we talk about the good one. Like, is there
yes.
no interest whatsoever? Like, Justin Theroux is, pretty popular, and then you have Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon, who have both been hilarious in movies.
I'll go see it.
Yeah,
I
it's gonna
don't
be
have
one
any
of that. What do you guys call that thing where I go for free?
You have the
A-list pass?
AMC A-list.
A-list. It's gonna
Yes.
be that thing.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I'm gonna do.
We're going to talk about MoviePass in this show. Don't you worry. But right now,
I don't know from MoviePass. I have the good one.
we're going to, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You're welcome.
No, I
Josh.
think this is definitely going to be one of those things where like, oh yeah, that should be great. And then, it's not. And that'll just be that.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely check it out. For my AMC A-list, it makes sense for me. But what I'm really excited for is Disney's Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
And I know that makes me sound
Nope.
like...
No, you're fine. No,
Nope.
this is good. Yep.
Everybody loves it.
You don't sound any which way. This sounds and looks like a great movie.
Yep. Everybody. I don't know anybody who's not bought in. Like anybody who is sort of, our-ish age group, right? I'm sort of adding 5-10 years on the back end of that. Who grew up with Winnie the Pooh, who had kids that grew up with Winnie the Pooh. Who doesn't want to see Christopher Robin as a grown man experiencing live action Winnie the Pooh? Right?
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's where I'm at.
Sold.
All right. Sold. Moving on to August 10th. For some reason, we have a horror movie coming out in August, and that's Slender Man, based on the popular video game.
Ugh.
No, based on the meme, which became everything that it is now.
No, it's based on a video game that became a meme that became this.
The meme became a video game. It started as an art project and then turned
Okay.
into a video game, which then turned into all of that.
Either way.
Looks like
Yay!
garbage. Utter complete garbage. Go instead of I think there's a Netflix documentary that deals with Slenderman, which I think would probably be way more interesting than this bullcrap.
This is
Slenderman's
like,
also not real. I really want people to understand, even if you believe in this shit, Slenderman was fake from the get-go, from the start.
this is.
You mean he's not like the Chupacabra?
Yeah, right. At least
I've
that's
seen
a
the
cultural
Chupacabra.
thing. Right.
Look at Mythology Entertainment and Madhouse Entertainment are the production companies on this. If it
Yeah,
if
it's
it
gonna be
had Lionsgate or Legendary, maybe I could get behind it as a horror movie. But come on,
That's okay, because none of us are seeing Slender Man that week. We're all going to go see the Meg.
Please don't.
Jason Statham.
I don't
please.
fucking think so.
Please
face
don't
kicking
make
a
me
shark.
Fucking Meg.
If Jason Statham doesn't kick a shark in this movie, I'm going to be very upset.
I want Rainn Wilson to just literally get eaten. I want him I just want him to kind of get Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea. I just want that to happen.
He will. It's gonna
If
be
that
fun.
happens, it will be a movie. But right now,
if he gets puked up like John Voight in Anaconda and then does a little wink before dying, that's even better.
Oh, Anaconda was so bad.
I know it was. That's how bad this movie's going to be.
So bad.
August 17th is Mile 22, which we already spoke about, starring Mark Wahlberg and
Sign me up.
Greenlit
Sign
for a
me
sequel.
up.
It already has a sequel.
Well, look, you put Mark Wahlberg and Peter Berg together, you're going to get a decent movie.
Sure.
That's all.
All right.
And then rounding out the month, because nothing good comes out the last week of August, is on August 24th, The Happy Time Murders with Melissa McCarthy and a bunch of puppets.
It's going to be funny. Like, at the very least, it'll be funny.
No, I think it's just going to be rated R and raunchy. And you'd be like, I think it's the movie's going to go like, you're supposed to laugh here. You can laugh. That's fine. We got you. You can laugh. And it's not actually going to be funny. It's going to just be like, wasn't that crude? A Muppet just jizzed on a wall. And that's going to be
it's like Silly String. It's
all
hilarious.
over everything. It was hilarious.
It's not. It wasn't hilarious. You two are busting up like you just got laughing gas.
It was hilarious.
And I'm just sitting here going, really? Like, really?
So anyway, that's all for the month of August. And I guess I will take this moment to say that if you are a Patreon subscriber, we are doing another poll for what movie you want to force us to go see and do a spoiler cast for. Out of these movies, I've narrowed it down to 4. So you got The Meg, Mile 22, The Happy Time Murders, and Christopher Robin. So if you subscribe to the $10 tier or more, you'll get all sorts of other fun stuff and fancy things and things ahead of time. But more importantly, you'll get a special episode recorded by us for your pleasure. And if you like us, you would vote for Christopher Robin. If you don't like one of us, you'd vote for
You probably do Mile 22. If you don't like us at all, you probably do Mile 22.
And for those of you who are saying, hey, what was the movie that you guys did last month? We all sat through Skyscraper, actually on Thursday, together as a team, as a group. We went to the movies together, and we saw that. So if you are a Patreon subscriber, the $10 or more, check your email. I sent you a link for that exclusive RSS feed. So you will get this. No one else will. So go to patreon.com/thatkindofnerd. Join for our $10 tier. Not only do we say thank you, not only do we send you swag, but you will also be getting a monthly exclusive episode and the opportunity to vote on it. So thank you, Brian, for picking this list. And don't you ever make me watch a shitty movie like Skyscraper again.
But I do think we need to make we need to try to experience these together, and then.
Yeah, I think that works best.
Yes, I think it does work best, as a matter of fact.
Indeed.
Anyway, so we're going to put up the poll as of today, right, CJ?
That's correct.
And that poll will be open for the next 2 weeks. So you have your time to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to Patreon already. And if you are a subscriber, go ahead and vote. And let's see what terrible movie I can make CJ sit through this time.
It's rough.
I'm excited.
All right, well,
moving on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a huge topic. Comic-Con 2018 was last week. A lot of things, a lot of news, trailers, and stuff came out. I like that. So normally while we take a look at the world of comics, see how it's affecting TV, see how it's affecting movies, it's affecting everything this week because we're covering a lot of Comic-Con in our favorite segment, Cape Talk.
Cape Talk. Comic-Con edition.
There was a lot of things happening in Comic-Con, and I will include a link in the show notes for a larger breakdown. But what I would really like to talk about are the trailers that came out. Because wasn't a whole lot of like news, but the trailers that we got were pretty good. So let's just start off right off the top. Let's start with some DC. Let's talk about the trailer for Shazam. Because I really liked it. Like, I liked it a lot. Like, I'm worried I liked it so much. I liked it a lot.
You worried you liked it so much it's going to be bad?
I don't know. How do I trust I'm trusting DC? Like, I feel very conflicted
Chuck gets superpowers.
inside.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. I'm quite okay with
it was
Chuck
awesome.
getting superpowers.
It was awesome. I don't have anything else to say about it. It was awesome.
Confirms everything that I've been talking about why Zachary Levi's perfect for Shazam. This is going to be fantastic. I really like it. The kids in it look really cool and really fun. Zachary Levi is having a blast, beating up people. doing Fortnite dances. It's going to be great.
Far better than the Aquaman trailer.
Right, which was the next trailer for DC that came out. And holy CGI. Wow, all right. It's an ocean of CGI. You see what I did there? That was
God, it looked awful. Just awful.
Yeah. It felt less Snydery than I thought it would, but also not in a good way.
Yeah, Brian's got something to say about that.
I was trying, so I watched the trailer and it really didn't do anything for me, and I was very conflicted over why didn't this trailer do anything for me, because I get excited for every trailer, no matter how bad the movie turns out to be.
Right.
And I came to the realization the other day that this trailer didn't really do anything for me because I've already seen it. I've seen Black Panther, and this looks like Black Panther underwater.
It does look like Black Panther underwater.
Like shot for shot, like the ship of him going through Atlantis. It's just like the ship going into Wakanda.
I now see at that point, Wonder Woman did the same thing. So I'm not totally bought in on that shot, because again, Wonder Woman, same thing. But it was more the storyline, right? He's going to be challenged for the throne. He's going to lose a battle. You said all this.
Holy
I can call the entire story beat for beat now. Mara's going to come get Aquaman because Orin's going to take this war to the surface.
Right.
Aquaman's going to go down there, challenge him for the throne. He's going to be really cocky. He's going to get his ass kicked, have to get the hell out of Dodge so that Orin doesn't kill him. He's going to end up stranded in a desert. Orin's going to send Black Manta after him to try and just finish the job and kill him. Aquaman's going to slip through that. He's going to end up staging a fight against Orin from the surface world. He wins. He gets on the throne of Atlantis. Roll credits. I'm upset by this concept.
You forgot two critical things that are going to happen. You're going to hear a "my man" and probably a "bro," and then you're right.
Yeah, I already heard a badass in the trailer. So
yeah, so
I'm good.
Holy shit, you are absolutely right, and you just saved me at least $8. So thank you.
What pisses me off is that they're throwing so much. It's not even just the fact that I can see the story and what's going to happen. They're throwing so much into this, like everything. Everything you know about Aquaman is in this movie. Black Manta is a huge character and deserves his own movie.
Second
and
billing.
I guarantee you,
second billing.
He's a secondary side character, little henchman that Orin sends after him, and I'm gonna be pissed off about that.
Yeah,
because Black Manta is awesome.
Black Manta is awesome.
So I'm already feeling like I'm not gonna like this movie, and I really don't like feeling that way. Can someone convince me this is gonna be a good movie?
Nope, because I was like, I was actually kind of like, really CGI, but at least like it'll be a good story. And now you're absolutely correct. It is
another parallel.
Yep,
armored rhinos in Black Panther. Now we just have armored sharks. Like it's
also DC. Just a moment. We've been through this naming convention issue that you've been having of trying to settle on what you're calling your movie universe. You know, there's the DC universe and the DC extended universe, and it was the DC this, that, and the other thing. And now you're settled on DC World. It's Shazam is part of the DC World. Stop. Just stop renaming your shit. Just stop it.
Well, DC World implies that they can do whatever, and that not every movie needs to be connected.
An extended universe is larger than a world, right? Like we're shrinking the scope and scale. Right? We're going down from a universe to a world?
Because that implies that not every movie needs to be connected. I think that's what they're going for.
All right, fine. Okay.
They're still trying to figure out how the hell to make this work. That doesn't change the fact that I'm going to get a movie in December that's Black Panther underwater. And I'll just watch Black Panther.
Let's talk about a movie that I did not think I would care one iota about, and now I'm like really intrigued, and that is Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Why? Yeah.
Why are you excited about it? It looks like dog shit.
What is wrong with you? It looks amazing.
I said intrigued, and it looks good.
No.
It looks
good.
It looks good.
It looks good. We got Mothra, we got Rodin, who else do we get? Are those the only two?
King Ghidorah,
right?
I think his name is.
Unless I'm forced to watch it by Patreon fans,
what about
I hard pass.
Millie Bobby Brown isn't
No, Millie Bobby Brown's not going to get
no draw whatsoever.
Figured she'd get a few people.
She's going to scream the same way she screamed in Stranger Things, and that's going to be basically it.
But she's British in this one. She gets to be British. Good for her.
She'll scream in British, is Josh's point.
She'll scream in British.
Subtitles. Screaming in British.
Right.
Yes.
But Brian,
Which is just a much more reserved scream.
Right.
It's really all that...
Oh, terribly no. This is very, very frightening.
Right.
I am terrified right now. Brian, you said you were at least, like, happy with the trailer?
I'm excited for this movie for pure nostalgia reasons. I grew up watching Godzilla and Mothra and Rodan and King Kong and Godzilla versus King Kong. And so that's why I'm excited. I can see why the outside observer would be like, oh, okay, I don't understand, but I'm stoked. I've been looking forward to this movie.
I saw somewhere that the Khan Skull Island had like a shared character with this movie.
Yeah, I didn't read it because I don't want to ruin it for myself.
Right, that's why I'm not doing either. But like, they're subtly they're not outright saying, "Hey guys, these are connected." But at the same time,
they outright said it already.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, well, at the end of Kong Skull Island, there's the stinger where they show all these cave paintings of Mothra and Rodan and Godzilla. Like, they're connected. I read Kong's not going to show up in this, but apparently this is going to lead into a Godzilla versus King Kong movie.
Right, which I would be down to see. It's like robots fighting other robots, except it's giant monsters. So
yeah,
high five.
Gimme.
Also, more people caught on to the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie Glass with their trailer. Brian, I think you were encouraged by many people to watch Split, so I am checking in for a status report, please.
I wasn't encouraged by people. The trailer made me want to watch another M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Fans had reached out though and encouraged us to watch this movie, and
I'm so glad the fans had reached out probably way after I already watched Split. Because I watched it that weekend.
Can't just give them something. All right.
I'll give the fans everything. I'm giving the fans a secret episode every month. Okay, it's enough, and I give them my time every week. Yeah, fine. Anyway, I did watch Split after I watched Unbreakable again because Unbreakable is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie, and then I went ahead and I watched Split,
and
I surprisingly enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. James McAvoy makes that movie.
Well,
if there was anybody else in that role, it would have been effing awful. But James McAvoy was awesome.
So you're saying I have to buy it?
I'm saying you just need to watch it. However you decide to watch it is up to you.
How do I watch it? Where do you watch it?
I mean, if you have Cinemax or Showtime, it's on one of them.
Oh, good.
Oh, there you go. Sure. There you go. Before we depart from this, Brian Hammond listened to our episode last week, and he sent me a text, and I just wanted to read this off because I think, Josh, you had a pretty good reaction to this. He says, I have a theory of what's going on with Split and Glass, that this is going to basically be a bigger superhero universe where we'll see Haley Joel Osment, who's grown up from The Sixth Sense, and the four of them will have to team up to fight a big bad for the sequel. And that Glass will be a puppet master in this movie, revealing a bigger threat at the end.
Well, does the kid still see dead people?
Yeah, the kid probably still sees dead people.
All right, well then good. That means, maybe Bruce Willis shows up twice.
I don't understand how. No, first off, if that is the if that is the idea, what good is a dude who can see dead people gonna do? Unless he could command those dead people to go.
Maybe they carry Glass away like Aiden Quinn at the end of Ghost. Yeah, maybe that happens.
No, I don't think. I think it's just going to be regulated to these three movies. I don't think Sixth Sense has anything to do with it. It makes no sense, and I'm not even going to get into the logistics of the fact that Bruce Willis is in both movies. It makes no sense.
We also got a bigger trailer for Doctor Who Series 11, which looks brilliant. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Not much more we want to add on that. It's a fantastic freaking show. Anything else? There's a Purge TV series?
There is a Purge TV series.
Oh my
10-episode
God.
miniseries.
USA Network, what are you doing?
You know what else got announced? They're bringing back Roswell.
What?
There's a trailer for Roswell, New Mexico. That is the name of the show.
Roswell?
Again, nobody cares.
It has something to do with the canceled show Roswell, yes. Because we canceled it once, why not go for a second time?
And finally, for trailer news, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald got a new trailer, and it's already amazing. So, I didn't need another trailer. I'm sold. You already have me. Like, there. Just show more logos of stuff and just be like, secrets. And I'll be all right, cool. I'll watch the movie.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as excited for that.
Why?
What?
Because A, I own but haven't seen the first Fantastic Beasts movie.
Ugh.
B, Harry Potter's just not my thing. I enjoy the movies.
I don't know. I don't even know who you are anymore.
I enjoy the movies. I just don't get too messing over the idea of a wizard universe.
Why? It's amazing.
It's okay.
You're not okay.
Don't ask me who hurt me because
who hurt you,
that's
Brian?
a stupid question.
Who took away your wonder and whimsy?
I have plenty of wonder and whimsy. They're called Iron Man and Batman.
This is way more whimsical
Spider-Man.
than Iron Man or Batman. Way more.
I don't believe so.
Far more whimsical.
It's actual
so.
magic, Brian.
Right. It's
Like
real magic.
actual magic.
Okay, so is Doctor Strange.
Right.
No.
And you like Doctor
Yes.
Strange, right?
I love Doctor Strange.
So love Harry Potter. It's not that hard.
No, I don't need to. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I'm just saying I'm not as excited as you two.
Offended. You haven't even seen it.
I haven't seen the first Fantastic Beasts. I've seen all 8 Harry Potter movies. I'm sure the first Fantastic Beasts is adequate.
Pretty fucking good.
I'll watch it before November. Can we talk about the fact that Marvel had a booth at Comic-Con offering grief counseling to people still upset over the ending of Avengers Infinity War?
Yes, we
pretty hilarious.
can, because that is wonderful.
That's pretty fun. I would go
I don't
in
know
there.
If I go wonderful. It's hilarious.
It's very funny. I would have gone in there and I would have cried up a storm if I got a free T-shirt out of it.
Here's what I'll say about Comic-Con. Final thoughts for Comic-Con was everything was
together,
was
please.
very
I can't load
tame
you
in
in.
the sense of
Awesome.
it didn't come out every single day, a brand new thing, a leak in a trailer. I wasn't dealing with cell phone footage of trailers.
Guys,
it was good.
This Comic-Con was kind of shit.
Listen,
was kinda
the world-
shit.
The whole nerdy world needed to breathe for a little bit.
It
and
was
this
kind of
finally
shit.
let
It was
us catch our
kind of
breath.
shit. This is supposed to be the nerdy Super Bowl, right? Where all the hot shit comes out.
Right.
Like Marvel didn't do shit.
And listen, and some years
DC kind of sucked, right?
Well-
CW was all right. It was all right, whatever.
Marvel's going to be at D23, so that's
no,
why
I get
that.
it. But it should be a Comic-Con, is what I'm saying. Like
but they don't need Comic-Con. They don't need Comic-Con.
not need. They don't. It's not about what Marvel needs. It's about what the fans need. This Comic-Con was kind of shit.
I don't know about kind of shit. I think they really just kind of tamed themselves a little bit. Like I really do. I think the fact they
You're
gave
right.
us some
You're
time
right.
to
They
digest
tamed
everything.
themselves and held back things from the fans that they could have revealed during Comic-Con,
Yeah,
which made this Comic-Con kind of shit.
sure.
No, I don't. Okay, listen, I'm not going to agree with Josh and say it was kind of shit. It was definitely not as good as previous years. I don't give a shit about letting the fans breathe. I don't think they give a shit about that. What I will say is this. I don't think there's much to show right now because anything that's in production for next year is not ready for an audience yet. Guarantee you D23 we get a Captain Marvel trailer because that's when it will be ready. They just wrapped up filming. So I'm okay with it. This was a late Comic-Con and that's cool.
Last bit of Cape Talk news. I have to say a tip of the hat to Henry Cavill. I have talked before. I'm a huge fan of Screen Junkies. You should definitely check them out. They do a great job of talking about some of the insider news of movies. Henry Cavill is doing a press junket for Mission Impossible along with some other cast members, and decided to go ahead and embrace the whole mustache thing just head on. Started off an interview, obviously clean shaven Henry Cavill, then put on a really thin fake mustache, and then as the interview goes on, the mustache just gets bigger, more elaborate, and it's never talked about. It's never brought up. They just carry on with it. He's a consummate professional. It's just a great way to acknowledge it and just kind of let it go.
I don't think it's
good.
just Henry Cavill being cool about this. The entire Paramount production company has been pretty cool about the whole thing. Did you hear about the coins that they gave everybody who worked on the movie?
I did, but please explain it to people because it was a good touch.
Everybody who worked on the movie got this commemorative coin, and I think it was split in half. One side had Ethan Hunt on it, and the other side had Henry Cavill's character on it, and the line separating them was a mustache. I think that's
Yep.
pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
My favorite part, I mean, the mustache was funny, right? The mustache getting progressively larger was funny. But the first question this guy asked was that moment where you like shot your cuffs before the fight, and that was my observation. Does he need to shoot his cuffs, like cock his arms before he gets into a fucking fisticuffs type altercation? And Henry Cavill was like, "Oh, that was like spur of the moment. I just decided I was going to do that." And I'm like, "You've never been in a fight in your entire life. You have no time to shoot your cuffs, cock your arms, whatever you want to talk, whatever you want to call it. You don't have that kind of time in a fight. You've never been in a fight, sir. You British priss."
Wow, that's awfully harsh.
I was done when I said British priss.
I know you were. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to talk about the world of movies in a segment that we call Screen to Stream. And the reason that I have such a tone is yesterday, as we went and we saw Skyscraper, I ran into an issue with my MoviePass, which I'm sure you've probably heard about. I couldn't check in. I couldn't use my MoviePass. I had to pay to see Skyscraper.
Oh, no.
And it is for a very simple reason. MoviePass ran out of money and had to borrow $5 million to keep itself up and running. Surprise! It's losing money!
$5 million, that'll make them last like another, what,
like another
3 days?
3 days. Oh, here's the best part. So tomorrow, on Saturday, I'm going to go see Mission Impossible. MoviePass has blacked out all Mission Impossible screenings.
Because they don't have any money for Mission Impossible.
They have no money. So someone else is like, you know what's going to be really convenient? They're unfortunately going to be down again when Venom gets released. They're going to be down when Christopher Robin gets released, when Happy Time Murders gets released, when The Meg gets released. They're basically just going to be down from now on. So just consider them down. So listen, you guys have obviously said, "Oh, MoviePass is terrible. MoviePass is so bad," and get the A-list from AMC. And I thank God that MoviePass put AMC in that position. I paid about less than $100 for MoviePass for an annual plan. I have used it for more than $100 worth of movies.
When does it end? When does your annual plan end?
I think it's November. I don't know.
All right, so you got a few more months out of it.
But the bomb, well, even if it stops working tomorrow, if they just collapse and go under tomorrow, I've gotten great value out of it. AMC's now got their own program. And unfortunately, I became the consumer that AMC was terrified of. I was a person who went from seeing movies a lot, who paid $15, $14 to see a movie per person, to now going when I had to go pay for the movie yesterday, $15 for a movie ticket. This is ridiculous. And now they're I am the exact customer that they feared. So now I'll go to A-list, right? I'll still have all my super awesome stubs and see 3 movies, which is perfectly fine. And yeah, I'll have to live in that world. But MoviePass is broke.
I have seen 6 movies on my A-list for $20.
Yeah.
Each movie has effectively cost me $4 so far. So, and if I go see 2 more movies in the next week and a half, it'll be like $2 a ticket.
So I think that kind of nerd officially endorses AMC A-list now as a group, as a whole. So
we always, Josh and I endorsed it. You're
right.
The only person who didn't.
I had no problem with it. MoviePass at the time was a better.
Well, Brian and I are both members.
Right.
Of the A-list.
Of the A-list.
I will be a member tomorrow when I go to AMC and they go, "Oh, I can't fucking see Mission Impossible." I can now. So that'll happen. But the reason that we're seeing a lot of movies is a perfect segue into our next topic, which was a wonderful video post about the art of trailers and how they basically manipulate you into seeing these movies. Josh, you found this on Reddit. And I cannot speak highly enough of how awesome and cool this video was.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was as cool as you thought it was. So I would love to hear your take on why it's so amazing.
For me, and again, I this is one of those moments I recommend you pause the show, go to the show notes, watch this. I think it's like 5-6 minutes.
Okay, do you want to wait 5 or 6 minutes while I watch this video?
I do, Brian.
It's 8 minutes long.
It's 8 minutes.
Nobody wants to wait 8 minutes.
What I liked about it, Josh, was just first off, just hearing from the people who actually make this is just interesting because you don't hear from them often. I think a lot of people are under the assumption that the movie studios are the ones putting this together and doing it. The people
they
that
are not,
and they are not, and just it's cool to know that
because movie studios have no idea how to market their product.
And I like the use of like subliminal animal noises, and like the fact that they kind of bring up those little things that you pick up on, but you've never really like internalized before. It was just eye opening to me. I've never thought about it.
I'm shocked that those are your takeaways. My biggest takeaway was the guy who makes amazing trailers saying probably a blackout is the best movie experience. Like, not seeing any trailers at all, and which has been sort of your approach.
It has.
For the past few months. And I thought, well, CJ would love that, and you failed to point it out.
Well,
so it's fine. It's fine. You missed the whole point. You missed the whole point of the 8-minute video, but that's okay. I'm gonna give you a few of my takeaways. Emotions are obvious. Playing on people's emotions by intertwining the scenes, emotional scenes with music. That's obvious. The nut punch always works. Okay. Re-recording songs, covers, slowing them down, making them more dramatic. Whatever you're doing, that plays incredibly well. And I've fallen victim to that. Westworld is what I'll cite with re-recording songs to have a more emotional effect. Rhythms and sounds repeating, especially things like gun cocks or explosions, blah, blah,
timers,
blah, blah. Yeah. What I thought from my perspective, the most interesting thing I heard is when it becomes a formula, you have to find the next thing. You have to evolve. Because when it becomes a formula, it's boring and nobody cares.
Yeah, and then, that applies to so many different art forms in general. I mean, it applies to even like this show. We've changed things up when it becomes a formula. And
then last takeaway, red band versus green band. Now, yes, you can do whatever you want in a red band trailer. However, a red band trailer should give you pause that the movie is not going to be amazing. I have never seen a red band trailer for a movie that I thought, well, let me just rephrase. I've never seen a red band trailer for a movie that was a box office blockbuster because they don't exist.
With the exception of the first Deadpool, you're right.
It wasn't a blockbuster.
That movie made a shit ton of money.
Was not a blockbuster.
Well, okay, hang on. How are you defining a blockbuster?
Everyone goes to see it.
Everyone
everyone didn't go to see it. I mean, compare it to any other Marvel movie, and I understand it wasn't Marvel. Compare it to any other Marvel movie, everyone didn't go to see it. It's it's confined. Red band trailers are confined to a target audience.
Okay,
and therefore can't be blockbuster movie.
I agree with you on the larger premise. I understand,
that's all I'm saying.
And I understand your qualifier of never was not really a never. Yes, I understand the point you're making. Brian, what about you, man? You've been watching trailers for probably what should be a millennia, right? So I'm just you probably watch more trailers than anybody here. I'm curious.
I watch so many trailers.
Right.
I've always been like that though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to seem like kind of the know-it-all, but I didn't learn anything that I didn't already know.
No, I'm not saying you learned anything.
But it was cool to kind of see the breakdowns and everything, see how people think of it. And it makes me think maybe I should get into the trailer making business. Who knows?
Well, look at that market, bro. Yeah,
at the very least, right?
Because then we would have gotten a much better Aquaman trailer, probably.
Nope.
Yeah, but it wouldn't save the Aquaman movie.
You're still working with source material, brother. Like, at some point...
Whoa. Aquaman's a great character.
They brought up the fact that there are shots specifically for trailers not made in movies.
Yeah, that happens all the freaking time.
But not the whole movie. Like, Brian can't fix Aquaman by making a better trailer.
You can't fix the movie. You can only fix the trailer.
And at that point, who cares?
If I get butts in the seat, that's all. I did my job. That's all I need.
And all you'll have is opening night, and that'll be the end.
That's okay.
Not okay. It's not okay by anybody's measure of okay.
There's some studio going, we'll take that, man. Can we hire him?
I mean, in all honesty, if a movie costs $300 million to make and I get butts in the theater to make $600 million, done my job. Doesn't matter if it's over a day or two. I did it. Woo!
Now, Josh, my closing statement was going to be, oh, by the way, I like the fact that trailer blackouts were the preferred method, so thank you.
Well, maybe you shouldn't bury the lead next time, and I won't have to call you out.
See, I don't.
Oh, Brian,
mind.
you and I are locked in on
I don't mind watching the
blackouts
trailers.
being awful. Blackouts are terrible. No one should ever.
Are never going to ruin the movie for me, except for Aquaman. Apparently, like I've watched so many trailers, and I still I'll give you the perfect example. I watched every single trailer for Mission Impossible.
Me too.
I saw it tonight, and I was like, even knowing some of those scenes were what was going on when they were happening, I still was like amped the F up.
I think I spend minimum 30 minutes every week, not in a theater, just on my own,
right?
Watching
30
trailers.
minutes every week watching trailers because I love I must send you guys easy 5-6 trailers a week that I find valuable.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't always like them, Brian, Cutthroat City, but I see these things and I think, oh, well, it's probably not something I'm going to go see in the theater, but I can't wait to see this. And there have been quite a few instances where we've talked about that. Like, I'm not going to go see it in the theater, but I can't wait to see it. And then we see it and we're like, holy shit, right? I'll cite 13 Hours specifically.
Yeah,
the trailer was amazing. Nobody saw it in the theater. And then, holy shit, I've watched this movie 25 fucking times. American Assassin, same idea.
And there's been other movies where we hear about it, right? We read, oh, this person's cast as this or that, where we say, just show me the trailer, right? Just show me the trailer, and I'll be there. And I black out a lot of trailers, but I only black out a trailer when I'm sold on the movie. So I will watch the first trailer and be like, great, I'm in. So like that's and if I need more, I'll take more. If I'm not sold, I'll watch as many as there are. But I'm really enthusiastic about a lot of movies, and I'm sold really easily. So that's my reason for that. But I thought it was really just cool just to kind of see that other spot that we don't normally talk about. I'm very curious what you, listener, think about this topic, because if it's something that you would like us to go deeper into, we'd love to know. Because there's some opportunities for us to learn a little bit more about that world. And if it's something you want to know about, I want to facilitate that for you. So watch that. Give us some feedback on it at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or text us 484-373-4119. If it's something you want to learn more about, we can make that happen. So just give us some feedback. Now, since we're talking about just hearing about things, right, and show me a trailer, Josh, Deadwood has gotten the green light from HBO. Before we dive into this, didn't we already talk about this?
What, Deadwood?
That it got a green light?
No, we talked about the fact that it was rumored. You guys were all on.
It was theoretical.
You all were jumping on top of the Deadwood horse and being like, oh my God, it's going to happen. And it was never actually going to happen until now.
Well, it got a green light, and I got to tell you, my favorite thing about this Reddit post is the comments. Just like the movie got a green light, that's great. That still means nothing. But everyone should click this link in the show notes, log into your Reddit account, and read these comments, because if you are a fan of Deadwood, this is gold. It's so good.
Any ones that are your favorites?
Not that I can read here without getting us an automatic X rating. No. We're explicit as it is.
Our podcast host will be like, whoa, hey.
But I will. It's not that any one of the top comments, because they all sort of revolve around a single word that sort of was the thing. So here's what I'll say. There are two, actually. I'll give you two. Favorite fact, the word fuck is used 2,980 times in 36 episodes at a rate of 1.56 FPM, fucks per minute.
That's how cowboys talked.
That's a great thing. But below that, just a few posts below that, was the comment, break out the goddamn peaches and unauthorized cinnamon. And I lost my mind. Because of the unauthorized cinnamon. It was so good. And it was only it was one line in one episode that had to do, it was a fleeting storyline where they were putting together this vote, and one guy said unauthorized cinnamon one time.
Do not put unauthorized cinnamon on the goddamn meeting table.
And it was so fucking funny in the moment that it's stuck with me for all these years. And I have said unauthorized cinnamon to people a few times. But
I imagine someone's face going, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, man.
Are you having a stroke?
The great thing is when you do it in a group and you're like, Who like what on like that's unauthorized cinnamon in that cream cheese, and like like 7 of the 8 people there look at you like you're an idiot, and the 8th guy, he's not there because he's on the floor and he can't stand because he's laughing so hard because of the unauthorized cinnamon. It's so good.
Have you noticed in this conversation, I, laughing hysterically, Brian sat back in his seat, perfectly calm as a cucumber. Obviously,
that's a damn shame because Deadwood is one of the best shows ever made.
All right, and our last bit of Screen to Stream was Ryan Reynolds is going to produce Stoned Alone, an R-rated reimagining of the classic Home Alone movie.
Also a Reddit find. I just want to see Macaulay Culkin involved. That was the top comment.
Top comment on Reddit.
Just tell me Macaulay Culkin's involved. I'll die happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the thing is, I think you can also get Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern.
Oh, you could get them both. Oh yeah.
So if you give me Ryan Reynolds sort of dirty humor,
do you want this to be like an unofficial sequel to Home Alone?
No.
Do you want like an adult
I just
Kevin
want cameos.
McAllister
I just want cameos like Harold and Kumar. Just give me cameos. I don't even need them to be them.
It could be Joe Pesci. It could be Joe Pesci. That's fine.
I
like
think this
Macaulay
is a
Culkin
stupid idea.
can be some guy named Kevin Jones, not Kevin McAllister. Right? I don't care as long as someone says Kevin and he turns.
Right.
That's all I need.
I want a bunch of fan service in this.
That's it.
That's all I want.
Give me, just harken back a little bit to how I felt about Home, because I still love Home Alone. I still love that. It's a wonderful Christmas movie, like Die Hard. It's that good.
Yeah, this is a stupid idea.
You're a stupid idea. It's Ryan Reynolds. Get on board.
It's Ryan Reynolds producing it. He's not starring in anything.
I don't care. He's producing it. There'll be a lot of curse words and irreverence.
Yeah, okay.
This is Deadpool money put to good work.
It's better than what Detective Pikachu will be. So yes, give me this instead of Detective Pikachu.
I mean, I'm fine with Detective Pikachu. I just think this is a dumb idea.
Okay, Detective Pikachu, that's okay, but Stoned Alone, that's a bridge too far.
Here's where you draw the line.
Yeah, nope. You shall not pass here.
We're both against you here, Brian.
I see where your priorities go.
I just think it's a stupid concept for a movie.
It's not a great concept, but it's going to be an R-rated, crazy Ryan Reynolds version of Home Alone.
I'm okay if this goes like straight to Netflix. Like, have to be a straight to Netflix movie. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care if the bar is that low. Just give it to me and just have all the stuff. Have the fan service in it.
Give me cameos. Give me cameos and curse words, and I'm on board.
It's a movie that 3 hours after I watch, I'm like, oh fuck, what was that movie about? What actually happened? That's fine. I want a popcorn movie that has this.
Yeah.
Stop crushing my dreams, Brian.
Whatever. Give me a trailer. Maybe I'll change my mind.
There's my boy. Give me a trailer. That's where I'm at. I want to see a trailer.
Take that as a victory. All right. In honor of our next topic, you have a fantastic introduction. Okay, so guys, I like to go around the internet. I like to find the weird. I like to find the obscure. And then I ask for a tech perspective. And if you don't know who I am...
And then the cheek goes...
Okay, so
I can power a small city with my whining.
So the reason we're talking all funny is because Homestar Runner's Trogdor is becoming a video game. I'm sorry,
nope.
It's becoming a board game. I'm sorry, I read this.
It's going to be a board game. I can't play with my boxing gloves.
It's a board game.
It's CJ, and I screw up every headline.
You don't need to be rude. You don't need to be mean. All right. So listen, if you're not a fan of Homestar Runner, what were you doing on the internet?
God! If you're not a fan, I think you can. There's still time. I think you might still be able to go.
I think they're all on YouTube.
They
right
are
now.
all on YouTube. Just Google Trogdor, Trogdor. Trogdor. Now, the game itself, okay. I'm not into that. But
guys, you can still go to homestarrunner.com and catch up.
Is that still active?
It is still
looking
active.
at it right now.
Damn.
Still up.
Email.
Email.
Okay, so Coach Z was like one of my favorite characters because he was all weird. Listen, we've already talked about these guys before. It's really just early internet like flash video nostalgic awesomeness. And if you're not into it, I don't know if we can sell you. I really don't think we can sell you.
Listen, if you're not into it, just watch 12 episodes of Strong Bad Email, please.
Right.
Not 1, not 2. Give it a dozen, because you're going to find something in there that actually makes your brain reboot because it's so fucking funny.
It's so good. And the board game is going for the low price of $40. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's exploded.
I'm buying it.
It's way above their goal.
I might have to back this.
I'm buying it.
Yeah, it's one of those times where just like right on you, Kickstarter. Good job. I'm glad to see
just to have Trogdor the game.
Right. Never play it. Maybe never open it.
I'm playing it. I play board games all the time.
I will play Brian's game. I'm not going to open mine. I'm going to play Brian's one.
So if you are a fan of Trogdor burninating the countryside, burninating the
peasants,
and burninating the thatched roof cottages, then
consummate V's. I said consummate.
That happened to me once. So I have like most of that sketch still memorized in my brain. I'm sure I kicked algebra out and put the Trogdor sketch in. I put a cork on the bottle and everything. So
all right, it's just Trogdor the board game, huh?
Yeah, just Trogdor the board game.
All right. Ooh, what? Ooh, there is the Wing-a-Ling level, the Burninator level.
Yeah,
I'm buying I'm getting the burning, like the top level, whatever that is.
Because it comes with the metal cast iron.
The top level the top level is $1,800 pledge. It's the Wormwood.
I don't want that.
Not that one. Not that one.
It's the Wormwood. Hey, would you let me?
Yes,
it's
please.
The Wormwood Consummate level.
I'm not doing that one.
The Burninator level gets you the full game with screen printed wooden meeple game pieces, as well as a set of painted high quality plastic miniature game pieces. That's $60.
What's the Wormwood Beefy level for $200? I might do that. Everything
you get from the Burninator level, plus a handcrafted wooden game board made of cherry by the artisans at Wormwood Gaming.
I might have to do that. And then, not now, but when I buy my next house, that'll be the centerpiece of my man cave.
Now, for those of you who just need a little art project, I just want to tell you what you should do. You should first start with an S, then draw a slightly more different S.
Right.
Then make the teeth, and then the consummate V's, and then we'll add a beefy arm on the back. And gotta have wings and like flames coming out of the front, and I finally got my strong bad voice back. And
oh, it's so good.
Estimated delivery is June 2019. I am signing up for the Burninator level right now.
I'm telling you, if you're a fan, just get this just to support these guys. They're great creators.
I'm so attracted by this game board, the cherrywood game board.
I know, but
why do I want it so bad?
I can't drop $200. I can.
Oh, you're right. It's extravagant. I'll go with
$660 is enough.
Burninator level. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, me too. I have successfully backed Trogdor the board game. It is 2,698% funded right now.
Yeah, and that's perfect. Yes,
because it's amazing, and everyone wants Trogdor. That's the crazy thing. 2,000, almost 3,000% funded.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
That means that the people during that time, we actually have money now.
No, not only that, but like, how many projects have you seen 3,000% funded? Really?
The Pebble, I think that was really it.
Right. It like, and
that was like
product,
the top grossest one of all time.
That was wildly popular at retail. This is never going to do that.
Oh no, it's never. This may go to Target.
I am funded. Trogdor the board game at the Burninator level.
And I'm so glad we could help those guys because they're good guys. All right. Josh, this topic came via you. Thank you, sir, for helping us out this week by throwing us some topics. ThinkGeek is...
I had a lot of time on planes.
No trains and automobiles, just planes?
Just planes.
Yeah, all right, good. ThinkGeek, I can't speak. ThinkGeek is selling... Star Trek wireless Vulcan earbuds for the low price of $39, which turn your ears into Vulcan ears and you look like a off-color Spock.
Listen.
I'm listening. I'm all ears, literally.
These are like, shitty wireless Bluetooth earbuds that not only really add to your Halloween costume. But like, if you're a Star Trek nerd, like these
Trekkie.
are pretty awesome. Like, look, for $40, you get a new pair of Bluetooth headphones that turn your ears into Vulcan ears. I don't see what's wrong with that for $40. Like for any real fanboy. What's like, even if you're just gonna sit around your house,
Then what you should also get too is the Bluetooth speaker that looks like the star, the Enterprise logo that you can.
oh,
like, put
fine,
in a
yeah,
shirt.
all right, that's fine.
Double
but
up.
like, I'm talking about like, look, you're a nerd, right? You know, you live where you live. You got to go downstairs to smoke a cigarette or whatever you do, and you put these on to listen to music while you go outside, and all the neighbors that are coming into your apartment building see you, standing there bebopping around to your music wearing Vulcan ears. I gotta say, that adds to the coolness factor of having a neighbor. I will say for a large percentage of the folks that would order these, they don't understand the words conversation and starter in that order.
Oh, I knew you were gonna go that route.
So listen,
This
nerds,
week,
nerds.
all
I
the-
love all of you, regardless of your introverted or extrovertedness. I do think that ordering and wearing these things takes a special kind of person. I would totally do that because I give zero shits about what anybody thinks about me. But on the flip side of that, I think some of the folks that would be comfortable wearing these would also be the folks that would not necessarily be comfortable striking up a conversation with a stranger. That's all I'm saying.
I am not comfortable starting a conversation with a stranger.
But might wear these.
Maybe this would stop
probably
strangers from starting conversations with you.
There you go.
Ooh, there you go.
It's a win for you.
Yeah, win-win. So
You get to look like Spock and people
classic
leave you the fuck alone.
win-win-win scenario. I got it.
Like how my brain came up there. All right. I gotta get something off my chest, and I'm gonna take this little box right here, put it on the floor, and I'm gonna stand up for a moment and have CJ soapbox.
CJ Soapbox, no one really cares.
I have been getting relentless amount of text messages just throughout the course of the day, which I think are business text messages because they're from like contacts. I have no idea who the hell they are. But then I read the message like someone has complimented you. See more on IRL. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I don't know what this is. This is a link to an iOS and an Android app. So I reply stop as you would for any normal human. Just going, why the hell am I still getting these text messages? 4, 5, 7 a day for the last 7 days. It's infuriating. It's driving me insane. Only to realize that I've seen this bullshit before. So IRL, right, is an app that's supposed to bring people together offline, right? So this way you can say, hey, I'm getting pizza. Who wants to come with me? Or I'm building a pillow fort. Let's.
So a bunch of you can get together at a restaurant and all look at your phones while sitting at the same table.
Yep. And I was like, I'm getting a ton of spammy text messages. So I go to the App Store and I'm like, what is this bullshit? Like, what is going on? Over 300 reviews of 1 stars going, oh my God, this thing keeps spamming me. Oh my God, I keep getting spammed. 1-star reviews of people going, oh my God, my friends are getting spammed. It took all my contacts, threw it up into their system, and is now texting all of my friends. Like, everyone's pissed at me. I can't believe this app does it. And then a lot of 5-star reviews that are basically all the same. Oh, this works great. Oh, this is a great way to connect with people. Oh, this is fantastic. This is obviously just a bullshit app, right? It's obviously just an app that someone paid for a bunch of fake reviews, and all they're doing is harvesting your data and then just spamming people and trying to get their download numbers up. And I was like, this is terrible. Only to do more research to realize that the assholes who've done this have done this before and had bullshit happen with it. There was an app called Gather, and a bunch of people did the same thing. And they said, you know what, Gather did an incredibly poor job of notifying users when it was sending out texts to their friends and contacts to join the app. So we've made it a little more. We have a lot of really bad UI and UX, and we didn't make it clear at the time that we were inviting your friends. And now we've corrected these with IRL. No, you haven't. So whatever friend downloaded this app and it took all their contacts off their phone, I don't fault that person because there's a million text boxes that pop up when you download applications asking you to give access to your contacts, your photos, your notifications, your calendars. It's asking for all kinds of permissions. Or on Android, sometimes you don't even get that depending on what operating system you're running on Android. And this is just more and more bullshit of people just stealing your shit and then harassing other people. And they've done it time and time again. And people like TechCrunch, CNBC have vouched for this app with doing zero research. So I just want to say, if you get text messages from this, if you see apps like this, you need to flag it. You need to say no. You need to give it 1-star reviews. You need to take this shit down. And for the people who make these applications, you're scumbags. And
so there is another edition of CJ Soapbox, and I'll say this: we were together the other night for a movie, Skyscraper, I believe it was called. Brian and I had dinner together. We didn't look at our phones once during dinner.
It was wonderful.
My shit was blowing up. I said, "Hey, Brian, apologies. I'm going to put this on Do Not Disturb." And then I turned my phone over, and that was the end of it.
I just got to look in your dreamy eyes. It was great.
My eyes are dreamy.
They are. I could get lost in them forever.
We went to a movie, and there were no phones. And then we grabbed a beer after the movie, and there were no phones. And here's the thing. I know for a fact during that movie, each of us got 2,000 umpteen notifications of things. Except, people don't need a reason to connect with people. They just have to be aware of their device usage, which leads me to one of the great features of iOS 12 is screen time.
Yeah.
And I get a notification once a week of my screen time, how much time I'm spending on my phone per day. And here's the wonderful thing. CJ, I spend less than 90 minutes viewing my screen per day, which I think is a decent, 90 minutes viewing your screen. That seems like a lot of time, but spread over my waking hours, which are 18, that's not terrible.
Yeah, I have actually been, and this is a thing that's coming to all iPhone users on iOS 12, but we're running Josh and I at least are running the beta. Today was a more active day for me on my phone. I was doing a lot of stuff on my calendar. So for me, I've been on my phone for 4 hours and 39 minutes today, which is an hour above my average. But it also just kind of lets me know how many times I'm picking up the phone.
Pickups are critical, right?
And just going, oh God. And honestly, something that contributed to a high drive of it this week was this stupid app, the stupid text message I was getting. Thinking it was something important. But I become very cognizant and very aware of how many times I'm just out of habit picking up the phone to look at something.
I think an app, whether you call it Gather or IRL or whatever it is, I think connecting people to people is important.
Absolutely.
But I also think when you're connected with people, your device should be down.
100%.
Just be in the moment with people around you and forget about your phone for a bit. I'm actually I'm pretty thrilled with my screen time. I've been very, very, very focused on reducing my screen time when I'm with my family. So I try to keep that shit face down regardless. And if I seem to be blowing up, I just put it on Do Not Disturb.
Yep.
I just want to be present. That's all I want to be.
I had the same moment happen at a few things. One, when I went to Hamilton, right before the show, everyone's just on their phones. Everyone's just taking pictures.
It's ridiculous,
which is fine.
Right?
Take a picture, right? Take a picture. That's okay.
Right.
But get your picture and then look at where you are, right? And just oh my God.
Put it down.
Right. I'm in a theater that people have been dying to get into for years. Let that happen. I was at a concert. Same thing. As soon as the big act came on, everyone's cell phones went up and they were, Snapchatting them and they were live streaming on Facebook and they were just doing everything that way. I'm you guys are you're living this experience through the phone screen. This,
right.
You got to stop this.
Right.
You got to actually just be present and within the moment.
Yeah. I didn't mean to make this into a bigger topic. No, it's just something that's on my mind all the time.
I'm quite all right with it being a bigger topic. Because I think that's true. So if there is an app that you do that does connect you with other people, IRL should not be this app at all. Gather should not be this app at all. But once you do connect with these people, don't make it a relationship that's only maintained through your phone, right? Like put some effort into it and actually have conversations with each other, learn a little bit more and grow. That is the highest brow we have ever ended a show on.
Be with people, learn to grow. I'm pretty sure I saw that video on RedTube. Now we're back to lowbrow.
That sounds about right. And listen, I was going to say the show doesn't end here, but I realized that it does for you. If you, listener, are not a member of our Patreon, the $10 or more, you are not going to get this awesome exclusive content that we're about to record, which is a spoiler cast of Skyscraper, which is a movie that you, the fans, told us to watch. So we're just doing you're just doing your work, all right? We're just doing this for you.
Doing your dirty work.
You know it. So I want to thank you, listener, for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work. I need 2 things from you, all right? Number 1, share this episode with a friend. Give it to someone else.
Number 2, a block of cream cheese with unauthorized cinnamon.
A desk of Cheez-Its.
That's right. Give me some unauthorized cinnamon. Number 3, 5-star review on iTunes. Go ahead. You know we deserve that. Don't be like a 1-star like IRL. Give us a 5-star review. Thank you so much for making us that walk
Number
around.
Number 4, a monkey who can sign CJ's a dope.
Thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work or whatever it is you're doing while you are listening to our show. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next week.
If you love comics and sci-fi and technology, television, video games, and fantasy, well, take a listen to our show. I'm sure you'll see there's many points where we can agree. Like that Martha as the plot point was just too absurd, and Apple versus Android is a case to be heard, and that Doctor Strange 2 Fantastic Four was a turd. Well, welcome to the club, because you are that kind of nerd.
You can reach us at cjisadope at thatkindofnerd.com.
I'm not making another one.
Cutthroat City. It looked amazing. That's what it was. Made by the RZA.
Didn't he do one of those kung fu movies?
Yeah, he did The Man with the Golden Fists or something.
Man with the Iron Fists.
Terribly horrible like that.
Soundtrack was amazing.
I'm sure
it was a kung fu movie. It was a kung fu movie.
It was a bad kung fu movie.
All kung fu movies
are bad.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Listen, it's fine. That it's okay. All kung fu movies are bad.
It was bad even by the standard of kung fu movies.
It was not
that
bad
movie
by the standard
was
of
terrible.
kung fu movies.
I'm not getting into this argument. I don't give a shit about RZA.
That's a problem because the guy's a genius.
No, he's not.
He is.
He raps
brilliant.
good. Great. Moving on.
No, his arrangements, his production, come on. I don't like this, Brian. Whoever this Brian is needs to go away right now.
Why are you organizing papers like you're the anchorman of Wake Up San Diego or something like that?
And now to you, Ronnie, with sports.
This guy over here with the squeaky shoes, he bounced the ball a couple times, he threw it up, went into the net. Goal.
Who wants his puppy?
Who wants his dog? It's raining sideways.
That's the weather.
You did sports.
Now it's time for weather. All right. Josh, Deadwood has gotten greenlit by HBO.
Greenlit?
Greenlit? Josh, Deadwood has gotten the green light from HBO.
I like greenlit more.
I like greenlit too, but
it's actually going to be an industry standard from now on. I'm getting Hollywood on the phone.
It's not a thing.
Behand, we talk about this trailer getting.
It's not fun when you make fun of yourself. I know. Saying.
That's why I kill it, so it's no longer funny.
I'm going to find a way to make it funny.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll figure it out.
All right, last bit of screen to screen. I have
screen to stream.
Oh, that's right. It has a new name. Let's forget about that.